Minecraft Live 2022 just happened, so I'm going to share my thoughts on it. I have a big section about Minecraft Legends, which I'm not going to go over now. It's really interesting, but I'm just going to do the main Minecraft content. Okay, so the first actual interesting bit is the end of the first round of mob vote.
And the tough golem, the mob with the least number of votes is the tough golem.
I think we all saw this coming. I mean, the tough golem was kind of a pathetic mob anyway, so not really a surprise.
Goodbye, little tough golem. You will live on in our memories.
Probably not as well as the copper golem, though. Okay, so this is the most interesting part, actually. The next 1.20 update. So let's have a watch.
But first, I would actually love to take some time to talk about what we have learned from previous years, because we have announced some features that we didn't manage to deliver.
Yeah, so this is good. Minecraft realised that last time they announced the birch forests and the fireflies, and neither of them obviously got added into the game, so they definitely don't want to do that again.
What can you tell us about the update?
I mean, I can tell quite many things, but actually, first I want to tell you that we have decided to not name it yet. So for now, we will call it the 120 update, and it will be released in 2023. And the reason for that is that we want to shape it like throughout the development process to get.
Yeah, so this isn't such a focused update. This doesn't have a name, so I think probably one of the reasons is because with the wild update, you know, there was the frogs, there was the deep dark, but it didn't really scream wild update, like for example the caves and cliffs update did, so they don't want to put a face on it before it's actually shaped properly.
What we want to do with this update is that we want to make Minecraftier.
Yeah, so here they're just kind of deliberately stalling just to build suspense.
Perfect.
Sense, right?
Absolutely.
And yeah, it just kind of goes on like this for a little while.
So what we want to do with Minecraft, we want to inspire and enable the players to be creative in their own ways and to express themselves in their own like unique, beautiful ways. And in this update, like one way we want to do that is to enable self-expression through representation.
Our first guest, Chi, is here to help us show them. Yes. Welcome, Chi!
Okay, so here's where we're actually going to get to see the start of the actual features that get announced.
And can you tell everyone what you do at Mojang?
I'm a 3D artist on Minecraft.
And you've worked on some super cool animations for the game. Everything from like really scary, like the warden.
Yeah.
And really cute, like the frogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy behind the frog animations. Well done, well done.
So I have a creator question to kick things off for the two of you.
So Steve and Alex were not the only ones in the World Update trailer. Who are these new characters? Okay, so I hadn't actually noticed this.
Whoa, she really like saw an Easter egg that we had in there.
Dude,
That's amazing.
Lovely. And yes, we are adding new default skins. And default skins, that's like Alex and Steve.
So when I first heard this, I thought new default skins. I mean, that sounds like a bad idea because Steve was originally meant to be the only Minecraft skin. It wasn't even originally going to be called Steve. It's supposed to be a neutral skin. It wasn't supposed to be a man or a woman or any specific ethnicity or whatever. And then when Microsoft bought Mojang, then they added Alex. I thought when I first heard this that adding more default skins might not be such a good idea, but let's just watch this segment. So then there's this little trailer here with the different default skins. That's just Alex and Steve, obviously. And then there's another one. And then you can see some of the other ones.
Lots of new default skins.
Wow, it's a lovely video. Yes, we've added 7 new skins to Minecraft.
7 new default skins. That's quite a lot of skins. That means there'll be 9 different default skins.
These skins are one.
Oh, there you go. That's the best shot. You can see all 9 of them there.
Yeah, we really care about feeling represented in Minecraft, and I think with these skins, we did that.
It's really beautiful because now when someone starts the game, if they haven't made a new skin yet to like represent themselves, they also can pick one of these and feel like it's closer.
Yeah, so I guess the whole point is that, Alex and Steve are quite specific skins, It allows people to represent themselves better if there's more default skins. So yeah, I'm on page with this after hearing their argument for it.
Oh yes, there are more features. And the first one we want to show is a very charming block called Hanging Signs.
Yes.
I love the look of these blocks. It's like the sign block, except it's got chains attached to it, and it just looks really good. I think it will be really cool to be able to build with these and, hang signs from the roofs of stuff. So there's 3 variations of the hanging sign. There's this one where you hang it from the side of something. It has this little top bar. This is probably my favourite one. It looks like, the sign on a shop or something like that. Then there's the default ones that we saw at the beginning where they're hanging from the top of a block. And then there's this one where it's hanging from a thinner block like a fence post or a chain. Got the chains kind of linking. I like this a lot. This is really cool, and I think the fact that it changes depending on how you hang it on blocks is just really cool. And this is just going to be a really cool block in general. Okay, so that is the hanging signs. Now on to the next feature.
We have created a beautiful new wood set.
So now it seems like every Minecraft update they are adding a new wood set, which is cool.
For bamboo.
Okay, this is quite interesting. I think it wouldn't be one of my favourites, but I quite like the bamboo wood. I guess this time they're making up for the azalea trees because in 1.17 they added 2 new leaf types but no new wood types, and now they're adding a new wood type and no new leaf types. I love the trapdoor pattern. It looks like it's very similar to the top of a scaffolding block, and yeah, just to be able to use that sideways and stuff, that's going to be really cool.
And one of our goals with this wood set is that we want players to feel represented, players who grew up with bamboo in real life.
Yeah, so it seems like with this update they're letting people represent themselves, and yeah, so if you grew up in a different setting, then you can choose a different skin and you can use different wood types, and I think that's the whole goal of this update, really. I love this block. This is the bamboo mosaic, and it just looks so cool. It, as Lady Agnes says, it would definitely be really good as a floor pattern. It looks similar to the yellow glazed terracotta, so you could probably use that in somewhere, and just integrating that into the floor would be really cool. So yeah, I think I actually prefer the mosaic to the normal bamboo wood set.
And you're going to have a boat?
Well, not exactly a boat. We're going to have a raft.
I like this concept. When I heard him say, well, not exactly a boat, I just knew it was going to be a raft. And just have a look at these rafts. And
Yeah, it works the same as a boat.
those just look really cool. They might be my new favorite kind of boat.
The storytelling and role-playing possibilities of that is really lovely.
Exactly. So this is possibly my favorite feature so far coming to 1.20.
It's called the Chiselled bookshelves.
Right, yeah. So Chiselled bookshelves is the new block that we're adding to the game. And you can interact with it to store 1 to 6 books. But it's not only books, it's also enchanted books and books and quill.
So this is really cool. I've been watching a couple of other YouTubers talking about what would be cool for the Minecraft 1.20 update, and a lot of people were saying an inventory update would be really cool. And some examples that people were giving is you have different kinds of containers for specific types of items. And this is exactly that. You have a bookshelf which looks really cool for one, and you can change the appearance of it with the different books, and you can also store your enchanted books or books and quills. You could have an entire library in Minecraft just using this, and you can take stuff out, and I think this is just going to be really cool.
And these will also have redstone capabilities.
Yeah.
This is also going to be cool.
Yes. So using a comparator, you're actually going to pull a redstone signal that's going to tell you what is the last book that was interacted with.
So it's not how many books is in it, it's the last book which was interacted with, which is very interesting because I think you could definitely do some secret codes and stuff with that.
Personally, I'm gonna make some secret bookshelf doorways and hide something
Love
in
that.
there.
Yeah, so I also like this. They've been using this for the walls of a build and also the floor. That is the chiseled bookshelf. And yeah, the texture on the sides and top of these is just really cool. I like this a lot.
And you have one more thing to tell us about.
Yes, that's actually a feature that's quite close to my heart because I grew up interacting a lot with these. So maybe it's time to take a look at some camels.
Camels. Okay, so let's just have a look at these majestic creatures. I love the animations where they walk up. Let me just play that again. Just look at that. Oh, that's such a good animation. Probably made by the same guy, Chi, I think his name was, who made the warden animation. You can kind of see a resemblance there with the arms coming out of the ground and stuff with the warden. So my first thought was, well, I had two thoughts. First of all, in the late game, Elytra. Camels are going to be pretty much useless because Elytra is just superior in every way conceivable, pretty much. And in the early game, what's the point of camels if you can just have horses? So let's have the Minecraft Live team explain that to us. Also, there's this cool feature which allows you to jump across ravines. Just watch this. Looks a little bit weird, the animation, but I think it's quite cool.
I remember growing up, going on field trips and sort of seeing them and riding them, and actually
Yeah, so I guess this is another thing, it's helping people, anyone who grew up with camels, it helps them to feel more at home and exactly this feeling that Olraf is describing.
have a really distinct memory of being this small kid on this huge animal and sitting on them when on the ground. And when they gave up, the camels don't really just get up immediately. They're like indecisive, rocking back and forth sort of thing. And that was a terrifying experience.
Yeah, so I think that's quite cool, the way they've portrayed them realistically with that animation.
Camels, horses, why both?
Wow, this is an important question. So we want to keep update Minecraft for a lifetime, for 50 years or more. And that means that each thing we add needs to really fit within the Minecraft ecosystem. And this is of course true for camels as well. And since camels are a rideable mob, and horses are too, it was very important for us to really create a unique experience.
Because otherwise, camels will just lie there, be forgotten. Horses will be the meta early game, and then they get forgotten in the late game, and Elytra become the pretty much sole form of transport.
And there's many differences. For example, horses are quite agile. Strafing right and left is really quick in Minecraft. And camels are quite big animals, so they're a bit slower.
Okay, so they're going to be slower. So far, this isn't looking good for the camels, but let's just hear the other points.
But if you find a long stretch, like a straight stretch, maybe a relatively flat ground like in deserts, you can get quite fast actually, and that's helped by this new ability that they have called the dash. So using the dash, you can clear ravines or even rivers, which we all know are the enemy of horses.
Yeah, so that is one good thing because, yeah, if you try to ride a horse through a river, not a good idea. You'll probably lose your horse. But with a camel, you can jump over a river. So that's a plus so far.
And another unique thing with the camels is that you can be 2 players on it at the same time.
Yeah, so this is similar to a boat. So yeah, you can 2 of them riding it. One of them will be the leader, probably if the front one gets off. Then the back one will go to the front, and then they can drive the camel. So yeah, like a boat in that sense, except for land.
But there's another side because you can actually sprint with camels, and they go quite a bit faster when you do. So for example, in an action scenario at night, you can be out with your friend, and Agnes, for example, is using the camel and moving around and dashing out of danger, and I'm with a bow, can sort of shoot and attack behind.
That's quite cool, you can run away and attack the zombies, or this might be good for creeper hunting or something. I don't know, it could be useful. Early game especially, when you don't have a lot of armor and you need to get away from all the mobs. But I feel like late game, again, this will kind of not be that good because your armor is so good that mobs don't matter much anyway.
And as you can see here, the melee mobs can't reach us.
But that is really good. The mobs can't actually reach you when you're on the camel because it's so tall, and they won't attack the camel. If you sit on a camel, you're basically, well, zombies can't attack you, but skeletons and creepers could, I guess. It's equivalent to being 3 blocks in the air, I guess. But then obviously you can move.
Yeah, and as we can see, we also have camel babies because you can breed them.
Yeah, so question is, what item will be used to breed them? I was thinking the hay bales, but actually it's
A cactus.
a cactus. I didn't actually know that camels ate cactus in real life. You would think that they'd be kind of spiky and difficult to eat, but now you know.
And also, cactus is sort of an item that doesn't have too many uses.
Yeah, so that's another good thing because pretty much the only use for cactus currently is green dye, or what people generally use it for is they make a massive cactus farm and then connect that to a bunch of furnaces and make a big XP farm. But now, you know, you can use it to breed camels, which probably won't get much use out of, but it's a nice little addition to the item.
And Agnes, you have one surprise for us.
Yes, we do have a surprise. So previous years, you have been able to playtest the new features like many, many months after live. But this year, we're very excited about this. This year, you will actually be able to playtest the new features in betas, snapshots, and previews just a few days from now.
In a few days, we'll be able to play this and see what they did in Minecraft Live. That is really good. I mean, I think Minecraft did well there in, you know, making sure that all the features were well developed before they announced them, which meant that the community can try them, and this is just great. And I'll probably make a video talking about my thoughts on the snapshots when they first come out. And then, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for, the winner of the mob vote.
So this is important because this winning mob actually got over half of the total votes.
I mean, we probably all know what's going to be. If you've looked at any polls on like Twitter or YouTube community posts, you always see that one mob is the clear winner out of all of them, and that is
The Sniffer!
obviously. I mean, I voted for the sniffer, so I'm glad about that.
You voted, and now the sniffer is coming to the game. Minecraft wouldn't be what it is today without all of you. From all of us at Mojang Studios, thank you so much.
And thank you for watching this video. Goodbye!